Hello, I'm Hayley Swanland. I'm a third-year PhD student at the Scottish Association for Marine Science, or SAGES, in partnership with the University of the Highlands and Islands. I'm based here in beautiful Oban. I'm also a SAGES student member, and I'm studying the ecosystem services of seaweed aquaculture, or seaweed farming, so that's the environmental and social benefits of growing and harvesting seaweeds. As part of my PhD research, I'm looking at how seaweed farms may act as habitat and potentially enhance local biodiversity. So there is some evidence to support that seaweed farming can act as habitat to a range of marine wildlife. However, methods so far have been visual or observational based, such as use of cameras, diver surveys, sighting records, so on. These can be quite time and labor intensive. However, the use of molecular-based methods such as environmental DNA or eDNA are increasingly being used to assess biodiversity in both aquatic and terrestrial environments. So eDNA involves taking environmental samples such as water samples or sediment samples and assessing what species have been present in the immediate area where that sample is taken. It is a replicable, accessible, and highly sensitive technique that can potentially capture a wider array of species, and it can be used to verify findings from observational and visual methods. Assessing the biodiversity associated with seaweed farms is generally a new research area, and eDNA has even more seldom been applied to this. So with help from the SAGES small grant scheme, I was able to obtain training and access lab facilities at one of the leaders in eDNA research in the UK, the NERC Environmental Omics Facility, otherwise known as NEOF. So over the past 6 months, I was based at the NEOF Visitor Facility, which is based at the University of Sheffield in England. Here I received expert hands-on eDNA lab training and successfully completed my research under the guidance of NEOF staff. The bioinformatics team at NEOF also helped provide bespoke training for analyzing my data. In particular, I used water, marine sediment, and seaweed swab samples collected from the SAMS experimental seaweed farm, not too far from here. And under the guidance of the NEOF team, I extracted eDNA from these samples for sequencing. These findings will help inform using eDNA as a method for identifying and quantifying marine species that use seaweed farms as habitat and contribute to assessments of how seaweed aquaculture may enhance local biodiversity. And so I'd like to thank SAGES for their generous contribution towards this valuable training and experience I had at the NEOF Visitor Facility. This work not only directly informed my PhD research, but it has provided me with the skills and knowledge to use eDNA as a method in future research.